Welcome to 5 Minutes of Peace, a time for you to reflect, recharge, and renew. 5 minutes to awaken something within yourself. Created by thepeaceroom.love. On today's episode, we have a special guest for you. Please enjoy.
Our healing journey, our health journey, it's all encompassing into a complete package. It's not just about one thing or one quick fix if we have a problem. It all starts from top to bottom. It starts with our mindset. It starts with how we're treating ourselves, how we talk to ourselves. And that can make such a difference and it's such a small thing that people don't even realize how our thought can affect us. And having the whole picture, and maybe it's a team that we need involved. You have people in your life to help fill in these gaps, to carry on with your journey. This hasn't been a journey of rainbows and cotton candy and unicorns. The Empress title can apply to everybody. And I think from what I've learned in my journey, that's what I want to share in the world, so that everyone dealing with something to feel like Empress in their life and to have the strength and tenacity to stand up for themselves. We're here to live our life, and life throws all kinds of challenges at us. So it's up to us to be our own advocate and stand up for ourselves. That's why Fired Up was the perfect theme for me, to just keep going, to find that resiliency. And I have to tell you, I wasn't in this spot for the first 20 years of dealing with MS. I was on the roulette wheel of just going to the doctor, asking questions that I thought might help me, and then I would just get shot down, and then you just leave and you're just disappointed because we're always looking for the next thing to help us. I actually call it navigating, because every day is a new day, and we have to see the illness as a separate entity. Otherwise, it just becomes part of us. And I think if we see it separately, then we can deal with it better. If somebody says something terrible to you, you don't have to keep that inside. You can dismiss that. That's part of navigating it, is not keeping it internal, because every day is full of choices. Each day is a reset, and we have a whole day of 24 hours full of choices. So if we're feeling and thinking that we feel awful and we're angry at our body because it doesn't work like it used to, we're just setting ourselves up for a bad day and maybe more symptoms because we're now stressing ourselves out. We have to keep moving forward. The past is the past, and if we're living in the past, then we're just moving backwards, or we're standing still. You just have to keep taking the steps forward for yourself, for your family, on your journey. We have to be careful though, because it's how we define the warrior. Is it the warrior in the battle, or is it the warrior that just standing up and taking these steps day by day? Because if we feel like we're in fight and battle mode, then we're back to stressing our adrenals out and being in survival mode. So it is a fine line of the warriors, I think, terminology. And I do see the word fight a lot, and I just would like to delete that word because it goes back to stressing our body out. I think navigation is good. It's a good blanket word. And when we're talking about fighting, immediately our brain is thinking, oh, now we're in fight mode. So it's time to ramp everything up, get into survival mode. We don't have to be in a fight mode. We can just live our life, navigate it as it comes. Thank you again. My website is heartsofwellness.com. I think the thread to go away with is just everybody needs to give themselves grace. We're way too hard on ourselves. We see people doing something we want to do, and even if we're aspiring to do it and working towards doing that, maybe that's going to take some extra steps. So it's not going to happen overnight. And trying new things, that change might not be felt until 90 days later. So I think it all goes back to just being patient with ourselves and giving ourselves grace. Be kind to somebody. Do something random for a stranger, because you might be the only person that talks to them nicely that day. We just need to be kinder to each other.
Thank you for listening, and thank yourself for taking 5 minutes of peace. If you would like to know more about the Peace Room, and our Reiki treatments, crystal healings, and workshops, go to www.thepeaceroom.love. This episode is brought to you by White Cloud Coffee Roasters, where every bean tells a story of adventure and passion. Nestled in the heart of Idaho's mountain wilderness, White Cloud has been mastering the craft of coffee for more than 38 years, bringing the spirit of the outdoors into every cup. Discover the difference in their premium beans, meticulously roasted to capture the essence of the mountains. From robust, full-bodied classics to creative flavored blends, White Cloud coffees are designed for you to appreciate the subtleties of premium coffee. Now, listeners of our podcast can get an exclusive 10% discount. Just use the promo code CREATIVITY at checkout. Visit whitecloudcoffee.com and use the code CREATIVITY for your 10% discount. Start your adventure today. Journey to whitecloudcoffee.com.